I have an amazing money-making idea. We're going to invest in a factory, produce a certain item that I will explain in a few minutes. We're going to sell as many units as we can at 50% below the cost of production. Flood the market and make billions. Who's with me? So we've all seen the price of Bitcoin skyrocket. It's above $50,000 a coin. And in order to understand my little money-making plan, I'll need to explain as simply as possible how when you buy Bitcoin, you need to be able to keep it secure and then take advantage of people's desire to get something for free. So think of Bitcoin as a digital gold, a store of value. Unlike the US dollar, which the Federal Reserve can print an infinite amount by just pressing a simple button, you can never have more than 21 million Bitcoins in existence. That is the limit. So because of this, it is perceived by many to be a store of value which has a fixed and limited supply. So somebody new to crypto who wants to purchase Bitcoin does so on an exchange like Coinbase.com, which facilitates a trade where you are able to send them your US dollars or whatever currency you're using, and then you exchange that for Bitcoin, and it generates a commission for the exchange. Now, the default is that the cryptocurrency that is purchased on the exchange, like Coinbase.com, is stored on it. I want you to think of the exchange like a huge bank with an infinite number of safe deposit boxes. And they give you a key to the safe deposit box, let's just call that your password, that allows you to unlock what is inside your safe / your wallet, and you have access to what you have in there. So you guys are still with me, right? Don't worry, I'm going to get to the enormous money-making idea soon enough. In the meantime, please, by all means, hit the thumb up button on this video just to let me know that you're still with me. Give me that thumb up and leave a comment after I present to you this multi-billion-dollar profit idea, because I want to know what you guys think and whether any of you guys are with me. Now, Bitcoiners have a phrase, not your key, not your Bitcoin. And none other than Elon Musk tweeted out, any crypto wallet that won't give you your private keys should be avoided at all costs. What could they possibly mean by this? What they mean is when you hold your Bitcoin on an exchange or an app like Robinhood, they own a copy of the key. The bank owns the key to your safe deposit box. What does this mean exactly? And why are Elon and all the other Bitcoiners so adamant that you be the only person with the key? A few reasons. First of all, you're at the mercy of the exchange. They could potentially open up all the wallets with the keys they have and empty them. Secondly, even if the app, the exchange, aka the bank, is 100% honest and has your best interest at heart, they still can be hacked. This happened in 2014 to the exchange called Mt. Gox, which at one time accounted for over 70% of all Bitcoin transactions. A friend of mine happened to lose 30 coins on that fateful day, 30 Bitcoins. That's worth over $1.5 million today. Now that is a spicy meatball. And lastly, and perhaps more importantly, looking forward to the future, Coinbase, Robinhood are under the jurisdiction of the US government. Janet Yellen, the current Treasury Secretary, has already indicated that she wants to dampen Bitcoin enthusiasm and be able to control its flow. It's used in the illicit activities she's going to claim. It also happens to be a store of value that is competing directly with the US dollar. And the US government wants hegemony over the world because the US dollar still, by some miracle, is the world's reserve currency. They don't want that to become Bitcoin as the reserve store of value, which it's rapidly becoming. Even if they don't, by law, force Coinbase and these other exchanges and Robinhood, all these other apps, to open up their vaults and empty out all the cryptocurrency that is stored there into the coffers of the US government, which they potentially could, especially if the radical Democrats had their way, for the collective good. Much like when the Soviets demanded all gold be handed over from the Russian Orthodox churches to the fledgling communist government, which of course was returned to them 1,000 times over by their grateful comrades. True story. But more importantly, the US government could easily put controls on the Bitcoin transactions going in and out of Coinbase. Limit the amount of Bitcoin that could flow out, limit your ability to use it, and then tax them. Tax, 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 tax. That's not the way wealth works. Once you acquire the wealth, you want to keep it yours. So you're not only at the mercy of the exchange not being hacked, but increasingly governments around the world trying to control your wealth that they want for their own. This is why Elon and the rest of the Bitcoin community say that to make sure that the Bitcoin is under your own key. Not your key, not your Bitcoin. You want to be able to control that. You want to have agency. So what's the solution? Get your crypto off of these apps and these exchanges immediately. Switch safe deposit boxes so that only you have a key, so that you have agency over your wealth. This is accomplished by purchasing an offline hard drive, like storing your gold at home, except that all you need is a tiny little nano ledger hard drive. Now, many of you are thinking, yeah, like I'm going to put my wealth, my life savings on a tiny little hard drive that might get damaged, that might get thrown out, that might get lost, stolen. No thanks. I'm better off keeping it on the exchange or just in the bank. Okay, I'm with you. But remember that once you transfer it to a new hard drive, you get a new wallet address and the blockchain keeps track of how much you have. In order to prevent this type of loss, you can actually reconstitute your hard drive with a preset password that communicates with the blockchain. And that password, it comes with each hard drive you buy. It is supposedly randomly generated. It usually consists of 24 words. And unlike the fact if your gold falls to the bottom of the ocean or your cash gets burnt in a fire, it's gone. The Bitcoin can be reconstituted. You can regenerate your coin by communicating with the blockchain with your key, and you're the only one who knows the key, and it can be reconstituted on a new hard drive. This is in fact a protection of your store of wealth. And so long as you're the only one with the copy of the key, so long as you don't forget your password, in which case it's gone, you're golden. Pun intended. So I've left you guys waiting for a little while. Here is my multi-billion-dollar idea. We open up a factory, likely in China, where morality clauses are a little bit more lenient, to produce these hard drives that people are storing their Bitcoin on. And what we are after is market share. We make these hard drives and we sell them at half the cost of production. What we lose in each transaction, we make up for in volume. That's the ticket. No, actually, our plan is to get as many of these out there to people that are going to store their cryptocurrency on them as possible. Because who can resist 50% off? After millions of these are out in the world, we enact phase 2, hoovering the wealth. What we've done is we've kept a database of passwords, all the keys that we've given out for all the hard drives that have come out of our Chinese factory. We surreptitiously open each hard drive up with the keys that we've kept and reconstitute the funds out of their crypto safe and into our own. Thus, we make billions, and I'm talking billions of dollars in the process. We get those wallet hard drives out to enough people by selling them at a gigantic loss, seemingly, at least at the beginning, and in one fell swoop, whoosh, we become billionaires. We just hoover up, we vacuum up that wealth. So, who is with me? I want to know. Comment below with your thoughts, and if you feel like it, you can drop me a little bit of Bitcoin at the address in the description of this video. That would be greatly appreciated. Now, a few things and the moral of this video. When something is too good to be true, it usually is. This is a potential business plan of a very disreputable, dishonest person who is out there to scam people out of literally billions of dollars of wealth. The whole plan is based on giving away a certain dollar amount and making 1,000 times back or more on the back end. Remember, all those free services that you're getting from Facebook and Google, believe me, they're making up for it somehow. If you haven't, get your crypto off of the exchanges immediately and thumb up this video and subscribe. And if you feel like it, again, send me some Bitcoin to the address in the description. Most of all, be grateful we live in an era, in a year, where all this is possible. And peace out and have a fantastic